Okay.
Okay. Peter, I understand that the majority leader of the state senate used to be a frequent clientele of yours.
Yes, sir.
And you make many deliveries to his house.
Right.
What method of payment is it? Paid by credit card or
Mostly credit card.
does he ever pay in cash?
Not that I know of.
No. Well, they are. What kind of tip they gave to the people?
Pretty moderate. They're not crazy big tippers. They're moderate. I consider them moderate tippers, just like all the other customers of ours.
And what kind of credit card did they use?
I'm not particularly 100% sure. It might be a Visa or MasterCard. I'm not off of my head. I'm not sure exactly.
When they ordered food from here that was delivered to their house in Beechwood Avenue, I understand.
Right.
For how many people they go to serve?
It's usually for the husband and wife.
For both of them.
For both of them, right?
And most of the food was ordered from here or from the restaurant next door.
Correct.
For about 3 years, right?
About a little over 3 years.
And they spent about $20,000.
I don't know how they got that amount, to be quite honest. But I would think, I don't know the exact numbers, how many times, how much they, that's what's cited in the newspaper anyway. I don't know how they arrived at that number, but I haven't really looked into it, how many times, how much exact total that he ordered from us. But like I said, he's a frequent diner at the Plum restaurant and Toyo. That's pretty much all I can comment on that.
Do you, by any chance, you have any copy of the bill? How they pay?
They usually pay with credit card. As far as the bill, I don't think I should really be digging, through my record, because, one thing I just want to get this clear is that Mr. Espada or Senator Espada is a very good client of ours. I don't have any personal relationship with him. He's just one of the best customers that we have here, and I always treat him like that. He's a very classy guy, a gentleman-like. His wife is very nice lady, and they're very good customer of ours.
Have they ever come here just the two of them, or they came with other people?
They usually come with just two of them.
The two of them, no other people.
No other groups of people.
And the food that was ordered from here, from this
It's
restaurant,
pretty much for the husband.
Toyo,
and the wife.
and then you deliver it to
their house.
the resident in Beechwood.
In Beechwood.
Right. The delivery people, do they ever complain about the way they were?
No.
Since this happened, have you business improved?
Well, before this whole ordeal came about, our restaurant was already a very reputable restaurant. We were very busy before this whole thing started. And now that it's all over the newspaper, I believe that it should help us in a way, because he chose us, Mr. Senator Espada chose us to be one of his favorite restaurants in Westchester. So in that respect, I think it should only help us.
The Attorney General of New York, Mr. Andrew Cuomo, have they contacted you?
No. Mr. Cuomo himself has not. I have not spoken to Mr. Cuomo at all.
But anybody from his office, from the Attorney General office, that they are.
They came in once or twice to ask me some questions about Senator Espada. Very basic questions. is he a is he a customer here who dines here? That's pretty much
Well,
it.
that's the only sort of question they ask.
Yeah, they didn't really
how much
ask
they
anything.
spend. But they ask you how they pay for it.
How they pay, what method of payment, how frequent they come here and stuff. So it was pretty simple, really.
Do you remember the type of credit card that they pay for, whether it be a corporate credit card under the
I really don't remember that. I really don't.
on the work care center that is?
No, I don't remember. I know it's a credit card. It's a credit card. As far as which type of credit card, I'm not sure. I don't remember that.
But what's under the name of the health care center, clinic in the ground?
I don't think there's any corporation on the credit card itself. I think it's one of his personal credit cards that he uses. I don't think it's any like a corporate or government issued credit card. I believe it's his personal credit card that he uses.
My last question to you is, how do you feel when you find out that Mr. Espada and his wife Connie, they are using a corporate card that was issued to the health clinic in the ground, a clinic that is to help the poor, the very poor in our society, and then they were using that for their own benefit.
I did not realize that before the news came out. I always thought that Mr. Espada was a good man. I didn't know any of his personal life issues, or I really can't comment on that. I mean, once I found out about the story, I can't based on that because nothing is proven yet. So before we come to any conclusion about Mr. Espada or Senator Espada, we should really get the facts together before accusing someone of doing something. That's the way I feel. That's why I believe that's the proper thing to do, is to find out I believe all from the news and the media, everything's stirred up right now. So before you can really proving somebody guilty, you really have to show all the facts and all the documents and stuff like that. So I don't want to say anything. I mean, like I said, Mr. Senator Espada is a very good customer of ours. We don't have any personal relationship. He's a very good customer of ours. He likes the food here. He enjoys being here, and we enjoy him. Especially, I hate the fact of losing him as a customer. But something like this is hard for anybody to control.
Has he been here since, the Attorney General called, the civil complaint against him?
No.
You haven't seen him?
I haven't seen him.
Have he called him?
No.
They ordered any delivery from here? Thank you.